Hello again, and welcome to Skinner's Arcade. This time, we're going to look at a game that I actually enjoy playing. As you gathered from the last episode, I don't like Pac-Man, and I'll say no more on that. But this time, we're going to look at Asteroids. Another very interesting classic game, one that I get requested quite often. It's up there, Space Invaders, Pac-Man, Asteroids. I'm also going to cover a sort of reboot that they did of Asteroids in 1987 called Blasteroids. Same sort of format as before. Going to talk a bit about the history of it, and then we'll get into some gameplay. And as before, please like and subscribe, please. Okay, Skinner's Arcade. This week's game is Asteroids, which was released in 1979 by Atari, so an American video company this time. It was co-developed by Lyle Raines and Ed Locke, and it was intended to use the same hardware that had been developed for another game called Lunar Lander, which I haven't played actually. I might have to visit that one. So very popular game. Uses vector graphics instead of raster graphics, which is what you're sort of more used to, and lots of fun, quite good physics actually, and hopefully we can show you some gameplay. I'm also going to cover, there's been lots of sort of reboots, clones and ports. It's such a popular game. I'm also going to show you Blasteroids, which was a game that came out in 1987, which is very much the same sort of concept but a bit more advanced, and I'll show you that too. I might even dig out my Atari Lynx and see if I can show you the game, which I played a lot. In fact, I played that more. It's buried in an Atari Lynx game called Electrocop, which at some point I'm going to cover not just these arcade games but all sorts of retro games. I've got Game & Watch, I've got Atari Lynx, Game Boy, all sorts of things. So yeah, I'll stop talking now and let's go have a look at some gameplay. Okay, so this is Asteroids. I think this is a clone. It seems to be in French or something, but anyway, it's unusual because I don't know if you can see, the graphics are actually vector graphics, so this is not pixels, it's lines basically, and the beauty of that is that it's a lot more efficient for computing power, which means you can have a more fluid experience. And as let's have a play. I really like Asteroids, and I'll show you how it works. So you have this field of asteroids. There's that kind of a noise that's going on. You have more controls. So there's real physics as well. It feels like there's inertia and momentum. You know, if I change the direction, and then I can fire these little bullets. The aim is to destroy all the asteroids. One thing is, just shooting them doesn't destroy them, it breaks them up into smaller ones, which move faster. So it's actually quite realistic, this game. Oh, now, see, died. Again, you get 3 lives. Interesting thing is, if you go off the screen, you reappear on the other side. So just a little tidbit, while I was doing the research for this video, I discovered that there's a thing called the Lurker exploit, which is basically a cheat, and apparently the little flying saucers can't shoot your ship if your ship is right on the edge of the screen. I haven't tried this out yet, but I thought I'd test it out and see if this one. Apparently they fixed it because the arcade operators were complaining that people weren't putting enough coins in, because obviously you have to die to put coins in. So let's see if we've got it. Okay, right. So I need to be right here. Oh no! Okay, that didn't work. All right, there's too many rocks around. Let's get thin the crowd. What exactly call this a cheat? Oh! Right, I've got 1 life left. The answer may be I can't do it. Slow down. Oh, what happened there? Ah, okay. shoot at me. Oh! There we go. Oh no! Right, he can't aim at me. That's interesting. I'm going to have to be careful because that is on a collision course. This is Blasteroids. Gosh, how video games developed. So this, I remember very clearly, my parents bought a tent, and the first time we tried it out, we went to a campsite, and they had this on the campsite, and I'd never seen anything like it. I thought it was fantastic. So it's a similar sort of concept to Asteroids. In 1987, okay, so, you know, this is what games were like in 1987, so put some credits in. Press fire to start. Okay, so there's different easy levels, whatever, you can choose. I'm going to go easy. Right, so, as you can see, it's very similar, except this time it's, you know, more colourful graphics, not vector graphics this time. Good sound, same sort of principle. Oh, you can collect these gems. I don't know what they do. That's points. I don't know what they get you. There is another thing in this one. You can change what kind of ship you have. Which button is that? Yeah. So you can change. You can have a speeder, which is fast. You can have warrior, heavy armor, and then you can have fighter, which has the most firepower. So depending on the circumstances. Yeah. So you don't instantly die with this one. How do I change it? Yeah. I can't remember which one I like. There's a time limit as well. Right, so complete one wave and then warp to the next wave. So this is kind of like this sort of a story. You have to explore this map, and there's bosses along the way. I will play it. It takes quite a lot longer, this game, and I'll show you the sort of highlights along the way. To jump in again, and what I've discovered. So when you shoot the spaceships, you get sort of power-ups. Also, it's not insta-death, this game. You do have some shields up here, but yeah, obviously I'm in trouble now. But if I press all 3 buttons, I get Ripstar. Ooh. Ooh. That didn't seem to help me very much, but anyway, unlimited credits. Keep going. Isn't it amazing how in 7 years we went from simple vector graphics to this, all the excitement. Oh, continue this, please. Now, something else I didn't mention. The red asteroids. Why are there some red ones? Right, because in them is a crystal. So the ones that remain red have a crystal in them. What does a crystal do? I think it gives you more energy, perhaps. So I think after this I get the boss, spy through and attack Mucor. You have cleared the galaxy. Mucor! Ooh, voice. I have to shoot his little I have to shoot his those things. What they're called? His little thingies. And I've got unlimited energy, so I should point out also easy to what does this mean? Did I defeat him? Oh, so I got a new galaxy, so it's all there's like it goes on, doesn't it? It goes on and on. Let's get you to put your money in. Some years ago I had an emulator on my phone and I did actually complete the whole game, but I'm not going to do that today because there's more games to play. Oh, so next time, Skinner's Arcade. This machine has a lot of games in it, 3,000, and some of them I've never heard of, and I've got no idea. So I've picked one that I've never heard of and I've never played. It's called Bogey Manor. Absolutely no idea what it's about, so tune in to the next episode of Skinner's Arcade if you want to know all about Bogey Manor. Next time, see you later. Like and subscribe. I've dug out my Atari Lynx. This is actually the Atari Lynx 2. I'm going to cover some of these games as well. I've updated it. I've put a modern screen in, so it's really quite a nice machine now. Not that it wasn't before, but it was in it. Oh, goodness me, did it eat batteries? This game's called Electra Cop. As I said, I'm going to have other episodes. I love this game. Its intro music just seems so fantastic to me. Anyway, the reason I'm playing this, let's get through all this, is so I can show you the minigame. So I'm going to play through until I find the minigame. Again, I won't... Right, level 1. Right, I've got to find the minigame. Oh, very apt that Asteroids should be in this game. This is an Atari game on an Atari console. Is this the last Atari console? Ah, right, is it here? Ah, here we go, games. It's called Meteors. There it is. Meteors. Oh, there you go. Right. Right. It's Meteors. Same sort of concept. I've got to... I don't know what happens if I can play it as many times as I like. If I actually get all the meteors, it's probably safer just to stay in the middle. What happens if I get all of them? You win. Big deal. That's it. Alright. So that is... Oop. Open door. Code numbers. Information. Okay.